This marriage of a thing, if you don't understand it and you get into it, you will suffer yourself. So these two have been married for a very long time. They've been married for so many years, but the wife has not been able to conceive. They've not gotten any child of their own. They have prayed, they have taken medicines, they have done everything. Anytime they hear of any medication for fertility to give birth, they will rush to the place until they even got fed up. So they just relied on God. They say anything that happens, it's on God. So finally the lady got pregnant. They gave birth to their first daughter. They were so happy. They loved the child so much. Like, now, a child they suffered to have. They will not play with her. They will not joke with her. So this child grew up to 5 years. They were still having their marriage going smooth and nicely. So one day, the husband had a business trip. He had to go there and spend a week over there. So he came to tell his wife, and the wife was like, okay, go and come. So when he left, later in the day, his wife had a call. She also had a call from her best friend, her very best friend, inviting her to her wedding that same weekend. She cannot say she will not go because that has been her best friend. So she called her husband and told him about it. So the husband was like, how are we going to do it now with this child? You cannot go with her because she's in school. So what are you going to do now? We also don't have any nanny or any maid. So what are you going to do? So the lady thought about it and was like, okay, my junior brother is at home. He's not doing anything. I can let him come and stay and then take care of the kid, take her to school, go and pick her from school until I come back, because my stay is going to be for only 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the husband was like, oh, okay, that's a good idea. That's if only he agrees, because boys now, taking care of kids is not their thing. But she was like, oh, I can convince him. So she called her younger brother and told him about it. He agreed. And then he came over. So when he came over, she showed him how to take care of the baby girl, how to bath her, to take her to school, how to prepare her a meal and all that. So he accepted, and then Friday the lady left. She left to her friend's wedding. So before she would come back, her husband already came back. When he came back, he met his wife's junior brother, who was taking care of their child, sitting outside quietly. So he greeted him and was like, how are you? How has it been? He was just teasing him and saying, you see how it is? Taking care of a child is not moi moi and all that. So they laughed, and he asked about his daughter, and the guy was like, oh, she's sleeping. And was like, oh, okay. So he got inside. He went inside to take his shower. He came downstairs, and then he went to check on his daughter. He found out that she was still sleeping. So when he came to the parlor to sit down, his wife's brother came and then was like, he wants to go back since the man is back. So he wants to go back to their house. He has 1 or 2 he wants to do in the house. So the man was like, oh, why don't you wait for her to even wake up so that you will say bye-bye to her at least. The guy was like, oh, no, he needs to get to the house. If she wakes up, he should tell her that she has gone back home. So the man was like, okay. So he walked him to the door. They were even talking and then laughing. He even gave him something to appreciate him. So he went back to sit in the parlor. So later he went to check on his daughter, and then he realized she has woke up, but she was sitting on the bed. Her face was not looking all that good. She looks dull and she looks so quiet. Not unlike the way she is. She's a jovial, like playful kid, but she looks so dull and all that. So he decided to play with her, and then So he carried her up that he's going to shower, like bath her. Immediately he carried her, he saw blood on the bed. He shouted and was like, what's going on? What happened to you? Did you fall down or something? So the girl did not say anything. She's 5 years, she can talk, but she was quiet. She did not say anything. So he called his wife and was like, this is what I found out too. I've taken our daughter and then I want to go and shower her, but I saw blood coming out from her, this thing. I don't understand what's going on. What's like, does it happen more? He was confused. So the wife was like, oh, this is bad, take her to the hospital. So he rushed her to the hospital. So when he got to the hospital, the doctors checked her and they were like, oh, this small child has been raped multiple times. That has caused the bleeding. So when the man heard that, he got so angry. He just got into his car, rushed to his wife's brother's house. Like when he got there, he met him. He just started punching him, asking him questions. Why did you do that to my daughter? Why did you touch my daughter? What did you do to my daughter? He punched him like until people came out and then separated them. The guy's wife's brother's mom was around, so they separated them, and then the man decided to go back to the hospital to check on his daughter. So immediately he walked to his car, he opened the door. The wife's brother has carried a stick that he wants to use it to hit him from back. So he saw it fast, he dodged it, and the stick hit their mom. It hit his wife's mom, and the wife's brother's mom. You understand? It hit her, she fell, and she died. She died on the spot because it was a heavy stick. He gauged his back like this. So the man saw it fast, he dodged, and it hit the mom, and then she fell. She died on the spot. So this made people to involve the police. They were all arrested. The woman was taken to the mortuary, and then the guy was jailed for rape. He was jailed for rape 20 years. And the lady's husband was also jailed for 6 months for going there to go and fight. You understand? He could have reported the case to the police before he would even go there and then go and cause any commotion. After the doctors told him about the rape case, he should have rushed to the police station and then report even before going to the guy to attack him. So that was the reason why he was also jailed for 6 months. So the wife came back and the baby got well. She was discharged and she was at home with her mom until the man was also released. After he was released, he got to the house, and few days later I realized his wife was giving him attitude. Like she was not like the way she used to be. She doesn't cook, they don't talk like they used to. So he confronted her and was like, what is the problem? What is it? She was like, why? Is there any problem? Did I do you anything? Why would you question me? Like she was feeling bad being with a man who caused her mom's death. You understand? That was how she was feeling. Like anytime she sees him, she feels angry. That kind of anger of you seeing the person who caused the death of your mom. So it has made her so disturbed. Like she doesn't give him even face. She doesn't even cook. She just doesn't like him anymore. She's not in good terms with him. He has tried everything possible and it is not working. So this lady wants to leave the marriage because she cannot stay with somebody who caused her mom's death. So guys, what do you think about this lady's decision? The decision is to leave the marriage. What do you think about it? Was it what the guy did too? Was it the right thing he did? Like him going to fight her junior brother and it happened to cause their mother's death. If you were to be the guy, would you have done that? Please do well to drop your comment. Tell us what you think about these two people. Like tell us what this lady's decision is, what you think about it. Please do well to share, like, and comment. Thank you.